Did I do well in college? I did well enough. I got by. Like in classes I was interested in, like classes that like had to do with my major and shit that I really liked, minimum high B's, low A's, you know, like almost everything. Homework I wasn't big about, because homework I felt like a lot of times was just busy work. Anything that was busy work I absolutely just shot down. I took the L. I genuinely believe, and I still do this day, that my time was worth more than homework. That's not valuable to me. And I mean, what's not valuable to me is like read pages 157 to 203 in this history book and answer 10 questions. Like, no, dude, no, absolutely not. Do you ever think the college experience is worth the crippling debt? If I knew where I was going to be now, no, as a streamer. But I am concerned though. I'm very blessed to be where I am now. I'm very scared though. Where would I be if I didn't become a streamer? Because I feel like I would be really with that amount of debt, just because how expensive it is to live here, you know. And I've even considered moving south because I know it's much, you know, cheaper. But I'm not at that point yet. I'm not at that point to make a decision. I'm telling you, Detroit is cute and cheap. I don't know if I do Detroit, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know about that. It's only $712 for a one bedroom. My rent here is $1,800 right now. My rent here is $1,800, and I do not have a very large apartment, as you can see. Boston's that expensive? I'm not even in downtown. And I was actually looking around at places around me. I actually have one of the cheaper apartments. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like when I was thinking about moving, I genuinely have one of the cheaper apartments. Like if I was going to move, I would definitely be moving to a much more expensive place. And that's, you know, kind of scary. If I was to look at this, each floor of this is probably like $3,000 in rent. This is a typical Boston house. Now you have like similar ones like this that are a little bit different. Something like this is probably closer to 5 or 6, I would say. Like this is more like you live in near Fenway and like it's like expensive, you know, like this this is like minimum 6, depending on how many bedrooms it has, like 5, 6. What else is a good example? Oh yeah, this looks like kind of like Dorchester. Yeah, these would all be at least a few grand a month. How much for a 3-bedroom house in the city? A house in the city? Took a walk around the neighborhood and saw some fucking impressive apartments. Oh, there's a lot of impressive apartments. To be honest with you, even ones that don't look that impressive, like this right here, like these are probably very expensive apartments. Yeah, this is typically like, this is an expensive part of Boston. You want to know how this is an expensive part of Boston, chat? There's 2 lanes on the road, a bike lane over here, and room for parking. Do you know how much room they have to leave for you to have this amount of room on the road? If you want to know a part of Boston, whether or not it's a well-off area, like if it's like, you know what I mean? Check with how many lanes and how much parking is available. So as a miracle, I don't see 1,000 crashes in the city every day. Well, I mean the Jamaicaway. The Jamaicaway is. Do not. I will implore you, if you ever come here, do not drive on the Jamaicaway. I promise you, you are not trained. You are not trained for it. Do not drive on the Jamaicaway. If your GPS says you have to take the Jamaicaway, find a different route. I did this when I was in Mass. Never again. No, not now. Not never. Can't chant. Won't. Scariest road in the U.S. Oh, you went on the Jamaicaway in Boston? Oh no. I should look up this road now. Okay. Well, I will get it. I'll get it for you. Let's show you what this is, shall we? So first, you'll probably get on right here. Okay. There's this crazy roundabout here. That's not just a roundabout with 3 lanes on it. It's also got this triangle piece that people kind of go nuts on, because if you're trying to come here, right, you're trying to get over here. You can't go across this way because there's cars here. So you have to get into this triangle and then get across. That's part 1. That was the easy part. By the way, this road, minimum 40 miles an hour, minimum. It's 2-lane and single lane, by the way. So as you come up here, you hop on the Jamaicaway. This is what this is. This is a single to 2-lane road with cars parked on the side. 40 to 45 mile an hour minimum. Drive up this way, it starts to get a little bit windy. It's both ways, by the way, as well. Gets a little bit windy, comes a little bit more windy. It's still windy. Red light. But you also can only turn right. If anywhere where it's right hand only, you have to take a right. You can't go straight. So if you're somebody who doesn't want to sit in the middle lane or in the left lane because there's oncoming traffic, in the lane it's tight. Like it's very tight. Can I do a street view? That's way cooler, actually. Okay, let's back this up a little bit. Back this up a little bit. Okay. So, at the bottom right hand corner, you can drag and drop the little guy onto the street. Okay, wait, can I? Oh, this is top tier. Wait a minute, we just hit the next level. Let's go. Okay, so you've already made the cross, which is back there, by the way, so it's fine. You already made the cross. So now you start coming down this way. That says 25, but nobody listens to 25. I'm telling you, 40 mile an hour minimum. This is the easy part. This is just getting into it. Keep coming down, keep coming down, keep coming down. Now this is where the fun starts. You see 3 lanes right now. Oh, it's not that bad. No, you don't get 3 lanes. You get 2 lanes. But there's a divider in the middle. Oh no, we're just easing you into it. Don't worry about it. By the way, do you notice something, chat? Do you notice something? Oh, what's that? They're not supposed to be crossing the road right now, but they are? Oh, welcome to Boston. There's also an X factor, otherwise known as random pedestrians who do not give a fuck. They want you to hit them. I have had people jump out in front of my car or my truck so many times, that's not even funny. Every time I've ever driven into Boston, when I get out of my truck, my brakes are so hot, it's not even funny. Oh, remember those dividers in the middle? Yeah, so good luck with that, by the way. Those are gone. All right, challenge mode has now been initiated. There's no traffic right now, but that'll sure change. So this is when you start hitting a little bit of traffic, right? By the way, don't forget, chat, the right lane is right turn only, so you have to be in this left lane. Right now, it's not that bad because there's cars and it's hard to tell. You think right now this is slow, right? Like everyone, oh, there's traffic. No. This in real time is going 40 miles an hour right now. If you don't believe me, look at this, okay? I'll show you. I'll prove it to you. Light turns green. Right here. Lights turn green. 40 mile an hour isn't that bad. Ooh, you'll see. 40 miles an hour being this close in the left lane to other cars coming at you. 40 is not slow on this road. It is not slow because it's supposed to be a 25. This is supposed to be a 25. You guys are saying 40 is slow when you drive through your town with 4 lanes, 3 people are on the road, and there's some construction on a side street. No. 40 is very different when you're playing NASCAR this close to other cars. By the way, the light is still green. So if you understand how lights work and the timer in between stop and go for a light, the fact that the light is still green from back there at a stop shows how fast everybody's moving. It hits red as we make it through. I made it over the other side of the road. How the fuck did I get over here? And then you got random shit like this. This is my favorite. Wait, where'd it go? This is my favorite. There is constantly people stopped parking on the side of the road here. So this is supposed to be a 2-lane road, but half the time it's a 1-lane road because you can't use this other one unless you're A, taking a right, or B, people are parked there. It will always be like that. Now, especially during rush hour, and now it's hard. I wish you could see a version where everybody's moving, but I'm just telling you right now, 40 miles an hour. Now, see, it keeps flipping in between. Like, it's two different trucks, so it's not, the traffic is a little bit tough to gauge because on most days, at most times, this is almost filled and everybody's moving as fast as they possibly can. This is a good example right here. That's a good example. So going 40 to 45 miles an hour in traffic with both people on your right, people in front of you, behind you, and you're this close to oncoming cars on a turning, windy road, I'm telling you, hits different. It hits very different because not everybody's going to be perfectly in their lane. Now, if you look at the size of these lanes, they're actually a little bit smaller than your average lane. For example, that's a Toyota Corolla, and that's taking up most of the lane. But anything large, ooh, that's a good example right there. Ah, the good old typical Bostonian. There's one. Oh, Plants, you just found an example though. That doesn't happen all the time. Oh, it doesn't? First off, this Escalade is in the right lane, by the way, just an FYI. This Escalade is touching the right lane because of how close these cars come in. Now look at this one. This one has to come in more because of the difference in between these two. If this one hugged the absolute middle of the lane or the left, this guy is cutting it really close. So even though there's not much traffic right now, they have a little bit of room to move. But imagine there's all cars here. There is no room to move. You cannot come over this far. And the same thing happens over here. This guy's got more room right now, but it's going to leave very quickly. It's not only that it's going fast, it's also the lanes are smaller. And you also have to understand, not everyone drives like a pro. Do you still see? The Escalade is still in 2 lanes. You know why the Escalade's in 2 lanes? Let me tell you why the Escalade's in 2 lanes. Because if he hugs this middle lane any harder, something like this van comes by and they're also hugging the middle, those are going to clip each other's mirrors. 9 times out of 10, they clip each other's mirrors. So most people are now trained to try to stay away from that middle. Just because how fast, you have to also understand, if you're going 40 and they're going 40 and you pass each other, you're passing each other at 80 miles an hour. You're passing each other 80 miles an hour because they're traveling so fast in one direction, you're traveling in the other direction at the same speed. You have to take into account both of those speeds at the same time. It's kind of scary. This, by the way, is what it typically looks like. This is what it typically looks like. This lane right here, just so you know, you can't go left. And this one is right turn only. So you can't see it because there's no sign. It's actually on the ground here. But this is supposed to be a right turn. Wait, is it this one? Yes, it is this one. This one is a right turn only. You can only turn right here. So what ends up happening is, because it's not that marked well, is people will get in this right lane and they'll go, no, but I need to go straight. I'll take a look at that. Hold on. Okay, so yeah. This is when you get to the safe part. This is like when things get a little bit safer. But this is before you get to that safe part. And I can tell you where because there's going to be this split under here where you go under. That's like the last, that's where you know you've got to the safe part, you know? How fun is this in the snow? Oh, you have to remember, during the winter, there's snow all along the side as well. You know, this road sucks. Yeah, you also have to remember, because there's smaller lanes, don't forget in the, oh my God, you know what, I'll just let you guys watch. I'll let you guys just watch for a sec. Tell me this does not, and there's not much traffic. There's no traffic right now. Tell me this doesn't induce at least a little bit of panic. Watch every car that comes close to this middle. Tell me. Tell me this does not induce at least a little panic. There's no traffic. This is like 2 o'clock on a Sunday. As long as it doesn't look too bad, there's nobody here. There's no cars. You're gonna tell me you think Boston looks like this on a normal day? This is 2 o'clock on a Sunday. Also, there's a person waiting to cross the road. Ah, come on. Ah, come on. You genuinely want to sit there and believe that this isn't 2 o'clock on a Sunday? Please. Now this should be a constant stream. It'll probably be like a little bit longer, but this is not a crowded day. This should be a constant stream for the next half a mile, because that one light right there takes a long time. This should be a constant stream for the next mile or half a mile, but it's not. Look it, there's nobody here. There's literally nobody. There's nobody. It's a nice peaceful day. But even on a peaceful day though, at least gives you a genuine idea, you know? Red Sox game days? Oh, Jesus Christ. Not even Red Sox game days. Like, just pick a day where it's like in between like 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. of a weekday, and you're screwed. And you're screwed, you know? Was this height of the pandemic? That's actually a great question. May 1st, 2021. So it could be. It could be. Who knows? It could be. But yeah, you even just like this. I mean, you can tell how different it is. Look at this. Even just from that one photo, like the difference between clusters of cars is kind of insane. Like, this is more realistic. This is much more realistic than what we just saw, you know? Is it like we didn't even see any of those, you know? So yeah. Hey, you know what? You feeling daring? You ever come here? You go fucking try it out. You tell me how it is.